At the dawn of the 2nd century, one city ruled the known world. Rome, a city of 1,000,000 souls, waking before the sun. Here, even clothing spoke of power, status, and identity. But beyond the wealth, lived a very different Rome. This was the heart of an empire. Here, decisions were made that shaped the fate of millions. And behind every decision stood the power of Rome's legions. Discipline forged the empire. Every sword, every shield carried the weight of conquest. All roads led here, and all wealth flowed through its gates. Rome was not just a city, it was the center of a global network. Even its currency carried the face of power for the elite. Rome was a world of luxury. Built on comfort, sustained by labor. And beneath it all, a hidden world endured, a city too vast to fully understand in a single glance. Every stone, every drop of water, engineered with precision. Even survival was carefully organized. The empire shaped its future through knowledge and discipline. But Rome was not only order, it was also spectacle. The Colosseum, Rome's greatest monument to power and blood. Here, every class came together, united by spectacle. Beneath the cheers lay darkness and stone. For some, this was not entertainment, but survival. Every man who entered faced the same question: would he leave victorious or not leave at all? Above them, the eyes of Rome watched. And with a single gesture, fate could be decided. The games had begun. Violence turned into spectacle. A life hung in the balance. The crowd became judge and jury. And in the end, power rested in one hand. Life ended as quickly as it began, and the arena was made ready again. Even nature itself was drawn into the spectacle. This was Rome in its purest form. Beyond the arena, life carried on, but not all Romans celebrated what they saw. Some began to question what this power truly meant. In Rome, even relaxation was an institution. Here, ideas flowed as freely as water beneath the surface. Hidden systems powered daily life, engineering unseen yet essential for the elite. Comfort came easily, but for many, even rest was brief. Outside, the city surged with energy. Food was simple, but vital. Most Romans lived high above the streets, in crowded spaces. Where life was tight and fragile, and danger was never far away. In a city this dense, disaster spread quickly. Survival depended on speed and chance. And when it ended, silence followed. But Rome always rebuilt beyond its walls. Roads connected the empire. Every mile measured and controlled. Messages traveled fast for an ancient world. As the day faded, Rome did not slow. Because in this city, time never seemed to stop. As the sun set, Rome began to change. Light pushed back the darkness, but only just for Romans. The gods were never far away. Every ritual, a connection to the divine. Faith brought people together in silence and belief. And sometimes it demanded sacrifice. Smoke rose upward, carrying hopes into the unknown. Some looked beyond the gods, searching the stars. Ideas spread quietly, shaping new ways of thinking. And some beliefs remained hidden. Even in darkness, order was enforced. But the night revealed a different Rome, a city of discipline by day, indulgence by night. Entertainment never truly stopped. Even in darkness, divisions remained clear, and some simply watched it all unfold. A city alive, even under the stars. Yet even the loudest places fell silent. Time moved quietly beneath it all. And Rome endured through day and night. As Rome awakened, power stirred at its highest level. Behind palace walls, the empire was quietly controlled. One man carried the weight of millions. Every detail, every decision mattered. From distant lands, news never stopped arriving. Far from Rome, its authority was tested. Scene 87. Peace was often only temporary. Even within Rome, unity was fragile. Power was never shared. Without conflict, and the people felt the consequences. Rome depended on a steady flow of food. When that flow faltered, tension followed. Discontent began to spread. Order had to be maintained at any cost. From above, control seemed certain, but beneath the surface, cracks were forming. The empire had grown vast, perhaps too vast to control, and still life appeared unchanged. But no empire lasts forever. At its height, Rome seemed eternal, but time never stands still. Generations came and disappeared. The spectacle continued. Long after the cheers faded, even symbols of power began to decay. Knowledge, too, slowly faded away. The strength of Rome began to weaken. Its borders grew harder to defend. Trade declined, and wealth diminished. The heart of Rome beat more slowly. Even luxury could not last forever for the poor. Life became even harder. In uncertainty, people turned to faith. New beliefs quietly spread. The empire began to fracture. The center could no longer hold. Places once alive grew silent. Only time remained unchanged. Rome did not fall in a day. It faded over generations. What remained were echoes. Once this was the center of the world. The faces of power disappeared. Where voices roared, silence followed. The arena still stood, but its purpose was gone. Time did not destroy everything, but it changed everything. Nature endured, untouched by empire, but we remember. And in memory, Rome lives again, but only for a moment. History leaves traces, and it is up to us to understand them. Rome did not vanish. It transformed. Its ideas still shape our world. We are closer to Rome than we think, and yet all things fade. As it did for Rome, it will for all. Empires rise and fall, but time continues. And humanity moves forward. Still carrying the past within it, even when we cannot see it. A reminder of what once was and what may come again, because history repeats. Not exactly, but in echoes of ambition, of power, and of time, which claims us all. Rome was not eternal, and neither are we.